Got you muted. All right, y'all. We're going to do this. So let's go ahead and start with our regular warm-up. We're going to be on our back in our glute bridges, and we're doing 10 glute bridges to start. So today is going to look somewhat like a traditional strength one workout, where we're going to do 2 exercises in a superset. We're going to do a lot of our good strength one stuff, like our squats, our single leg deadlifts, our push-ups, side planks, all those good movement patterns from our strength one. And of course, we'll mix in a couple other things too. As we flip it over onto all fours and go into 5 cat-cows here, we will do 2 exercises back to back. We will rest a lot in between today, because I don't think you'll need to, but we'll of course take some water breaks and things like that. But I will still time everything. After our cat-cow, we come on to forearms, and we're going to go into 8 T-spine rotations. I will still time everything with the exception of push-ups. And then when we do our single leg deadlifts, I'll run the clock just to keep us kind of together, but I'll have you try to get a certain number of reps. We're going to try to get 10 total. And I just want us to be sure we're even on both sides. Other than that, we'll just time everything today and go from there. If you have dumbbells and you want to use the dumbbell on your squat and your single leg deadlift, you have that option. If you have a mini band, we will make use of that today as well. We're going to go into 10 bird dogs on each side, draw the belly button up and into the spine. Press down into your hand that's on the floor. This is slow and smooth. We really want to focus on balance here. Pointing your toe down to the ground, squeezing your butt, flat back. The goal of the bird dog is to maintain that flat back, a tight torso position, without losing stability. I think I actually remember to count this time. It is 10 on each side, which is 20 total, if you're doing math over there. So that's where we're at with bird dogs. We're going to get 2 more on each side here. This is slow. Slow. 1 more each. We will all meet in standing once you are ready. I'll just watch for everybody. Yeah, here we go. 10 arm circles back. So big arm circle up. Biceps to ears. Oh yeah. So good. So there's only one, well, 1.5 exercise that I'll modify for you today, Mary Lynn. That's kind of a side exercise. We're going to get forward for 10. Other than that, we'll be fine. Well, with the exception of squats. That's okay, there's 3 I like. There are 3 exercises that I will modify. But this is good. It's good to have that on the recording because there may be someone who watches this later. We have a couple other people who are not squatting right now either. So from here, 5 toe touch squats, which is not a squat, which allows us to release our back out, then tuck the butt down as low as we can with the heels down and lift. If you are someone who cannot squat, then you would just want to kind of roll through that and stretch out the back of the legs and take the squat part out of the feet. We've got 5 of these, making sure the heels stay down. So we're really going to push those heels down through the floor. We'll get 1 more here. From here, last exercise of our warm-up is our gate opener, where we're going to open up the hip. Going to roll that out and open. We're going to get 10 of those on each side. And then if that one doesn't work for you, Mary Lynn, do a forward back leg swing. Yeah. Yeah, totally work. There you go. So we're going to start out just big. I always like to start with squats. When we design exercise programming, we always start with the exercises that work the most muscle groups and the most joints, called compound exercises. So that's one of the reasons we start with squats right away. It's working a lot of joints, it's working a lot of muscles. You have the option today of using a dumbbell. So we'll do 4 more of these if you want. Now, if you, last one here, are like Mary Lynn, and you're watching this later, and you also are not to do squats, we will do a weighted hinge, where we're going to slide it down and then tuck and squeeze at the top. So, no squatters are hinging with weight and tuck. My squatters, we have the option of using a weight, and in fact, we're going to give this a pause. If I'm not using weight, I'm going to go down If I am using the weight, same thing, I'm gonna hold at the chest, elbows down, I'm gonna go 1, 2, and so we're pausing at the bottom. If I'm doing my deadlift, 1, 2, and up. So we're gonna pause at the bottom of that level. All right, I'll run the climb on it. You choose your level. 3, 2, and we go. So it doesn't have to be weighted, could be. 1, 2, and up. So what we want to think about in the bottom of our squat or in the bottom of our hinge when we're pausing, number 1, make it 2 counts long. 1, 2, yeah, so everybody count longer. There you go. And then the other piece of this is we're in the bottom position. So the bottom position of the squat, the bottom position of a hinge. We want to be thinking about what's happening down there. What's our form look like? Keeping our tailbone tucked, keeping our shoulder blades tight, because we're forcing our body to hold that position. We don't want anything to get loose. We got to keep all of that good tension, tightness, mechanics, form, everything just as it should be. 10 seconds here. Down to our squeeze. We're almost there. We got at least one more. Finish it. And relax. So, we're going into push-ups. If you have a piece of furniture that will support you, you can do these elevated. If you don't, you can do them on your knees. If you are someone watching this later who should not be doing push-ups, you can do a band pull apart instead. We're doing 10. I will not run time on this. You guys at your own pace do 10. If I'm on my knees, keep my weight shifted forward, hands right below shoulders, and then I'm going as low as I can. Everybody, whether you're elevated, whether you're on your knees, whether you're on your toes, ribs to hip, find that tight position of plank, and then think about the elbows. They're away from the body, but not so far that you're making a T with your upper body. When you finish your 10, you'll grab a drink of water. So we'll kind of all meet eventually back in our squat or our hinge once we've done 10 push-ups. Even if you're elevated, be sure we're not shooting the hands way out in front. Gotta get over your arms so that they're straight below your shoulders. Good work, y'all. Don't forget to get a quick drink. We're all working on water this week. I decided. Because I've got quite a few folks. So that's on their list for this week. More water. Water changes how you feel overnight. I'm just waiting on Lauren. She's still down there doing push-ups. You got it though. All right. So just to refresh, if we're hinging, push it back. When you're here and we're doing that 2 count hold, pull it in, shoulders back. Really find tension here and then drive up back to standing. My squatters do kind of the same thing. Tucking the tail, waving the heels, holding all that tight, and then powered straight back up. We want to keep that contraction. We have 1 minute here. In 3, 2, and we go. Down and hold. 1, 2, and all the way back up. So it's not a pulse like we did last week. It's a pause. Pause. And come up. Good. You guys got it. So, Allie, when you come back, you do a good job of sitting back. We get a little arch here. See if you can tuck your ribs in your hips. And try to maintain that tuck as we go down into our squat. It's tricky. That's much better. Yes. Halfway there. Beautiful back angle. Mary Lynn looks gorgeous. So, sometimes, because we do have to sit back in our squat to keep our weight on our heels, we get this kind of archy low back. It's tricky. We're always going to finish with that rib to hip. But you have to try to think about that position going down into your squat. The tighter your hips, the harder that's going to be. So we're just going to work on trying to improve that as well. There you go. Good, Ellen. 4, 3, 2. Finish your last one. Awesome. So we've got our push-ups. We're here, so hands outside the shoulders. Elbows are slightly flared. Depending on your shoulders, your upper body, I personally like kind of a wider set to my hands, but everyone's a little different, so you got to kind of feel out where you feel strongest. Exhale as you push the floor away. So we'll get a deep breath in, and then exhale, push. And as you're pushing the floor away, draw your belly button into your spine as well. Squeeze your butt. We create this really nice, tight plank that then your upper body can move and your breath helps you use force to do that. Strong work, everybody. And again, ribs to hip. We don't want any arch in the low back here either. Always trying to keep that neutral position. Good work, good work. Water break. And then we'll go one more round of these two. You guys are doing great so far. Strong work, good focus. So think of it like your glute bridge. When you lower your glute bridge, your low back has to touch the mat. So when we go down into a squat, we're basically in a glute bridge. Here's the mat. So it's going to be flat. We don't want to have this arch so that we wouldn't be flat. I tuck all that in. Last time with our pause, we go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. We're going 1, 2. Come up. Yeah, so just go find that bottom position. Tuck your tail up, pull your ribs in. 1, 2, and then come up. I force you to count 2 because it means I get at least a 1 second pause. Yeah, if I want a 2 count pause, I'll make you count to 3. So we're going all the way down and vault. Drive through the feet. Tuck it at the top. Elbows tight. Yes, halfway down. You guys are looking great. So really thinking about, as we're in this pause, muscle contraction. We're holding, and then push down and feel how your muscles stay engaged as we come up out of that hinge of that squat. We have this beautiful back angle. We're coming up on 10 seconds, so we're gonna get at least 2 more. Since we are pausing, it will take us a little bit longer. Last 5 seconds here. Finish that last rep all the way through. 2, 1, and relax. All right, so make sure you got good breath capacity before you do your push-ups. We want to be able to exhale and push the floor away. Even on your knees, we got to pull the rib cage up, and then weight is in the upper body. The less weight in your knees, the better, so that we can really build that upper body strength. And we've got to keep that plank, even if we're not in a full position. On the push-up, if you don't elevate, we can put the knees down. You can work on, over time, putting 1 knee down instead of 2. There are ways, but just try to keep as much weight out of your knees as you can. And each week, you want to work to get more and more weight into that upper body. When you finish your 10, you'll grab a drink of water and take a breather. So our next exercise is a single leg reach or a single leg deadlift. Now remember, as I talked about last week, if we weren't doing this with weight when we were here at the studio, we don't want to do them with weight now. Our options are keep the back foot down and really focus on that hinge, so we're going to lean back. If balance really gives you an issue or we're real tight, then you can keep this down and come here. Next would be lift the back leg and reach. We want that nice flat back. And then if you're doing weighted single legs with us the last time we saw you, you can pick up a weight for that. So we're going to try to get 10. I'll set the clock. You count. I'll tell you when it's up, and then we'll just match it on the other side. All right, clock is starting out. So maybe we're bending that standing and just reaching long without a weight. Maybe we want to keep this back foot down and just focus on getting the hinge and loading up into this hip. So that's a really nice way to find the challenge without having to struggle with balance quite so much. And we still want to keep the ribs and the hips tight. If we have a weight in our hand, the weight is sliding inside the leg. The chest is out. Everybody, we want to think chest out, shoulders back, long through the crown of the head. So we're getting this big, long reach. Marilyn, that one's no good for you? Oh, okay, do single leg bridges. My bad. I thought we were doing this. Here. That's my fault. And I couldn't tell for a second. I was like, is she frozen? Oh no, that's my got to do their other leg, and I'll tell you when to switch feet. All right, everybody, now switch legs, match the reps, ready, we go. So we're going back into that single leg hinge, single leg reach, pushing the butt back, leaning over, long arm, long leg. You got it. And so either way, whether we're on the floor or we're standing, we're going to push back into that booty. We are going to think about ribs to hips, keeping the back flat to the ceiling or flat to the floor. Long chest, long spine. Mary Lynn, switch feet. And then we'll get it full next time. You got it, you guys. So, making sure we kind of match that other side. Does not have to be fast. I don't care if you only got 6, if they're perfect. Good work, y'all. Yeah, Allie looks very nice. Looking good. We have about 15 more seconds here. If you get done early, you just get to rest. We have 10 seconds. And then we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Okay. I like to show it standing before I lie down because it's easier to hear me. So we'll be in Superman position, face down. Your legs are going to be just a tiny bit up off the ground. Arms are going to be up, and we're going to do our Superman snow angel. So I call this Superman snow angel because it's like you're doing a snow angel on the ceiling. So head is down, shoulders are up a little, butt is squeezing, legs are a little high. And then we're here. Biceps to the ears. So come on down, flat on your belly. Keep the head down, shoulders are up just a tiny bit. Squeeze your butt cheeks, arms long, toes pointed. And then we're going to sweep the ceiling. Ready? Here we go. So sweep, up and reach. Sweep it back, up and reach. Almost there. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. You got it. Really focus on keeping the arms up like they're parallel to the ground, but not the head, the neck, and the shoulders so much. Yeah, it looks good. You guys are great. And then if your low back starts to get cranky, lower your legs and squeeze your butt cheeks harder. And then maybe lower your shoulders just a tiny bit. 15 seconds. I don't want this to be low back. I want you to feel upper back and booty here. 5, 4, 3, 2, finish it. Awesome. Stand it up. Except for Mary Lynn, stay down there for your bridges, and we'll get a full minute on each side this time. And then everybody else, we're reaching. Let's start with right leg down, reaching, or single leg deadlift with weight. Totally up to you. We'll get as many as we can. And start. So, first we're going to lean back into that hip. Crown of the head, coming towards the wall opposite, then we take the knees. So it's really important that our shoulders are going to stay at a parallel to the ground position. And then if we need to get any lower to ground, we're going to do that with the bending of the knee. But as always, mid-shin, so something like a dumbbell that's about the height of mid-shin, or if I'm using a dumbbell, I'm going to stop at my mid-shin. Not any further, because we don't want that torso to be past parallel to the ground. You guys are about halfway there. We're looking so good. Sit back, drive that heel to the floor. As you're coming back, tuck your tailbone. Find that rib to hip position. You've got 10 seconds. Get it. Good work. Focus. So we got 5 seconds here. Finish maybe that last one. And then relax, and we'll switch sides. Just know how many you did. Let's match it on the other side. So left leg here. And go ahead and start. And we'll get as many as we did on the other side. Long, long arm, long leg. We're thinking expand, reach. Really don't forget about that back heel. It's a lot to think about. But that back heel stretching long towards the wall behind you. If you're holding a dumbbell, pull your shoulder blade back and then chest out since we're not reaching the arm forward. Driving the foot through the floor, both on that single leg reach, on this standing reach. We're pushing that foot down to the floor, engaging in through that booty cheek. We have about 20 seconds here. Don't let the time make you think of speeding up. Keep that slow focus. So just know where we are count-wise so that we can match what we did on the other side. 10 seconds. You got it. Take your time. So maybe in these last 5 we get like 1 more if we need to match. If not, go ahead and relax. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take it face down on your belly. We've got that snow angel Superman. So I really want you to think circle. The arms should start up with the biceps at the ears and land at the side of your body. All right, squeeze that belly. Here we go. Sweep it up and back. Pull your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Keep the head down. You can rest it on the mat. And then if you start to feel your low back, drop your legs in your head a little or your chest a little bit. And just really focus on squeezing your butt. You guys have 20 seconds now. You got it. Looking really good. Beautiful. Keep those arms up high. 15 seconds more. We have 10. Almost done. Keep going. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right. Keep drinking water. Let's get one more set of these 2. Our last 2 supersets go more quickly. So, these first 2 take a while. But we got our last set of single leg reach or single leg glute bridging on the floor. Everybody has done a great job so far. Let's keep that same good slow focus, slow control. Starting with our right foot here in 3, 2, and we go. So our goal is to get 8 to 10. It should be at least 8, but I don't want you to go too fast. You should take your time, find that balance, push back into the hip, chest out. Still tip. I don't know what happened there. Sorry. I don't even know if y'all could hear the timer, but ignore that. There we go. Very nice. So we're thinking, push that foot down into the floor. Into that heel. Use that muscle back there. Right there above your back of your hip. We're going push down. Lift. Halfway, 20 seconds. You guys look great. We've got these last 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to finish. Make sure we get an even count. We're going to go to the other side. 3, 2, and ready we go. Other side, left foot down. Push into that foot. Chest out. Reach long. Crown of the head to the wall. Super tight. You got it. Slow and control. Let the eyes follow. So the eyes are coming down to the floor, then they come up with the head. Yeah, good work, people. Looking great. Halfway done. So maybe we're at about 5, maybe 6. Sit back, push down. Got this. Shoulder blades pull tight together. We have 15 seconds. Make sure we match both sides. Take your time. Don't let me rush you. Take your time. It's not about how many we get. It's how well we do. 5 seconds to maybe finish your last one. All right. All right. So once you're ready, go ahead and go face down. Last set of the Superman snow angel. So we're going face down. Squeeze your butt. Ready? Sweep those arms back and up. Shoulder blades are pulling down this whole time. And then reach your fingertips long. Really extend them long. We're trying to make that snow angel on the ceiling. Squeeze your butt. Don't forget about your butt and point your toes. You got it, guys. We're halfway there. Last one. Remember, I don't want to squeeze too much into your low back. So if you start to feel your low back, drop yourself a little bit closer to the mat. 15 seconds. 10. Finish it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Grab your water if you need it. If you want to have it nearby, bring it with you down to the floor. So we're going to be on the floor for these next 2 exercises. And you're going to need your fan. be, for everybody, Mary Lynn, I'm going to change yours up a little bit. Everybody else, your hands will be just below your knees. Mary Lynn, let's see. Yes. So, Mary Lynn, you can use your band above your knees. Let's go. Try the blue one. Yeah. I feel like the yellow won't do enough. But Mary Lynn is going to be on all fours. So you're going to tuck your tailbone. Your leg is going to go straight out, and you're just going to lift it ever so slightly. So we're just squeezing our butt. Everybody else, band just below your knees. And you guys are going to lie all the way down. And we're going up and down. So you may need to add a pause to this. If your band's not super, super tight, you may need to add a pause to feel the contraction. And we're lifting no higher than right there. All right, 3, 2, and we go. Lift and lower. Lift. So everybody's focus is on keeping this lift very small. Not coming up high. The juice is in the squeeze. I don't even know if that's a thing. But it's not a big movement for anybody, even that version that you're doing, Mary Lynn. It's a small movement, and we just want to really focus on the squeezing through your butt, 15 seconds, and not trying to lift through the side of the body or the core, keeping that other leg flat. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're switching sides. So all the way down. Remember, I don't like you to support your head because that's kind of icky on the neck. Wipe that toe, and here, or flex your foot is what I meant to say. Flex your foot. Ready? Here we go. So, for you guys side leg lifting, your toes pointing maybe up back towards your face a little, and then Mary Lynn, your toes pointing straight to the ground. And we're just squeezing and lowering. If you were watching this later on replay and you don't have a band, you do this same exercise without a band. You just pause at the top and give it a little squeeze and hold so that we're lifting and lowering. We have 20 seconds here. We're getting close. We got 15 seconds. Stay with it. We have 10. Slow and controlled. You guys are doing that perfect. It's really, really nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can slide your band off for a second. We're going to side plank. When we side plank, you have options. I definitely want you to make sure you set up with your elbow right below your shoulder. You can bend your bottom leg. You can kick your top leg over. You can go full side plank. If anybody's crazy and they want to add a challenge, then go ahead and tuck your knee to your elbow. I'm not going there because that's a lot of burning here. And this is also my second time doing this. But if you want it, it's there. So elbow below the shoulder. We're either going to bend the bottom leg, kick the top leg over, keep the legs stacked. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We lift and hold. Once we're in our side plank, and our side plank is solid. If we are super stable and we decide we want to challenge, you can tuck your knee up in and reach your arm. Totally up to you. It's if you want a challenge. If you're like, I can side plank like this all day. What else you got? It's there for you. 10 seconds. Push down into this arm that's on the floor. Reach up in that top hand. Lift your hips. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Switch your sides. All right. Something that I like to use to help you figure out this arm is if you look down, your eyes should be past where your forearm is because your head is past your shoulder. So try to make sure that we don't have this angled out like that. But we're right on top of it. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Remember, you have the option of putting this foot down in front. Gives you a little extra push. You could also keep the bottom leg bent. Just lift the hips here. It's that lowest level modification. If you get up here and you're like, what else you got? Bring it. You can always do that. Just for those who want it, you guys. It's just options. Doesn't mean you have anything to prove. Doesn't mean I expect to see it. Just an option. 5, 4, watching later who does not have one, we're going to take it down. So Mary Lynn, yours is going straight back, lift, lift, and you got to make sure not to drop your belly when you do that. Everybody else on your side, stack it. Here we go, ready, and start. So, say I don't have a band. If I don't have a band, it's going to be harder for me to figure out where to stop this leg as it's coming up, because the band kind of tells you. If we don't have a band, we're going to put our arm there, and it's just slightly above your hip, and that's, we're not going to go high enough to hit the hand. So if I kept my arm touching my hip bone, pretty much when my thigh hits my hand, that's where I want to stop. That can work for you if you have a band on as well. So if we had our arm out straight, once the thigh touches the hand, that's as high as you need to go. Everybody, squeeze your butt cheeks. Keep your core tight. Little lift and squeeze. Maybe there's a pause at the top to really make it even harder. 3, 2, 1. We're on to the other side. I like that. I'm going to use that from now on. Stack that hand or the arm, and if the arm is straight, boom. Touches your hand, that's where we go. Ready, and we go. Lift and down. Control the lower. So the lower is slow and easy. Little lift, slow control down. You got it, you guys. That bottom leg is still straight. It's pushing down. So you're going to feel that bottom leg really still burning. Here, and then Mary Lynn, you got to check in with your core. My ribs and hips still tucked. Is my low back flat? That's the challenge anytime we go into that tabletop and extend the leg back. We have 10 seconds. Small. Ooh, we're almost there. 5, 4, 3. Last one. Relax. Side planking. So, that is my challenge to you. Is to see if you can create space through your chest on this one by reaching the top arm, opening up the chest and squeezing your shoulder blades. It takes some pressure off this shoulder that's on the ground. All right, 3, 2, 1, we go up. So maybe with the bottom leg bent, maybe with the top leg kicked over, maybe we're here, maybe you're crazy, you want to go for that tuck, it's okay, whatever. But make sure both hips are rotated forward. We don't want to start rolling back. We're going to keep that back hip forward. So everything's pointed in a nice straight line. Feet are stacked on top of one another. You have 10 seconds. Good work. Open up the chest. Yeah, reach that arm up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Switch sides. Awesome job, guys. Beautiful work. Same thing on the other side. Extend it up. Stack it. Find everything in line. Roll that back hip forward. And 3, 2, 1, lift, reach, open, push that arm down, breathe. So here's where we want to find that easy breathing. Deep breaths in and out. And just tell your body, your nervous system, like, I could be here all day. Even though that shouldn't be the case. Because if it is, then we gotta like add something to make this harder. But you want to tell your body, like, I'm good, this is fine. We do that with our easy breathing. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. So, we're going to take our band and put it back on for this last set. So, Mary Lynn's above the knees, sideline leg lift, focus here just below your knees. So, close to the knees but below. We're going to set up in that nice position just like we've done all sets so far. Last time of these. Shoot, I said I wasn't going to do the band again. Oh well. All right. Stack it. Remember that. Stopping when we hit the hands. All right, 3, 2, and we go. So even here, if you're on your side, we want the hips stacked. So if this top foot is starting to point out, point it straight forward, maybe angle your toes slightly towards the ground, just a little bit, so that we're really getting this side of the leg. And then Mary Lynn, yours just point straight down, so that we don't want to get a little flare turn out there either. We just want to keep that foot super straight. That leg is straight. And then we're just going booty. Booty engage. Booty squeeze. We have 10. We don't want to get low back, side of the body, sacrum. We don't want any of that. Just the booty. And then anything below it. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Opposite side. Last time here. down. Squeeze and lower. That bottom leg should be burning. I know mine is. Because it just worked on the other side and it's still pushing down, it's still staying engaged. Remember, if you want to make this harder, if your band's not super tight, you can add a tiny pause at the top and hold. Not bigger, but slower and tighter, not bigger. Same thing for you, Marilyn, just squeeze it low, but it's still so small, 15 seconds. Work, almost there, we have 10. Woo, keep breathing. Last 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So slide your band off. We will be using them on our last exercise as well. Or maybe a little tighter when you have one. But we're done with it for right now. Last side plank still. Last side plank. Pick your level. Maybe it's a chance to try a higher level just for 10 seconds or so if you haven't yet. Elbow below the shoulder. In 3, 2, 1, we go. So if you've been keeping that bottom leg down, you could play with trying to do that front foot. If you've been doing the front foot, maybe for a second, just for 2 seconds or so, try to stack your legs. If we've been here, we've done this side plank every time, maybe now we want to start playing with that knee, with motion. Yes, doesn't have to be the whole time, it could be 2 reps. It's still harder than it was last time if we didn't try it. Don't focus on feeling like it has to be all or nothing. 3, 2, 1, relax. I think so often we get in that space, like if I can't do it 30 seconds, I can't do it. Doesn't matter. Next week we try again. Maybe we get a little longer next time. All right, last set, other side, same thing. See if you can pick a challenge here. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift up and reach, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Your chance to say, maybe I want to try a couple of those. Maybe I want to try the foot down if I've had my knee down. If you've been in this assisted and you want to come into a side plank for a couple seconds, just a couple seconds, that foot can always go back down. Can always go back down. Get it, yeah, see, look at you. Allie's challenged herself 10 seconds and she's rocking these. Yeah, you gotta believe in yourself that you can do that next level. 3, 2, 1, lower down. All right, quick drink of water. We are going to finish this with 2 exercises. We're going to be done in about 6 minutes. So if you have to skip stretch, I get it, but hopefully you can stick around for like 6 minutes for these last exercises because it's 9:10. So cardio, and then we're going to get some core stability. So the cardio move is a jack, but it's a cross jack. And so for Mary Lynn or anyone doing modified, feet come in front. So we're tap the foot to the front and cross the arms. Anybody who wants high impact, you're going to cross both feet and arms. Low impact, high. Cool? All right, 40 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, ready, you go. Cross. So I am doing low impact. That doesn't mean that's your choice, right? Remember, I've talked about this is not my workout. I'm going to keep it low so I can talk. Anybody who's going up high, if that's going to challenge you, I want to see it. Look at that. Our goal here is to get our heart rate up. So maybe we speed up our low impact just a little bit. Doesn't have to be high impact, but we want high intensity. You got it. And if you're doing that full jack, just keep it going. We're just trying to have fun with it. Smile. Get a little out of breath. That's our main goal here. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. You're going to need a band, and perhaps if you do have colored bands, you're going to want to go probably blue. If you have a black one, maybe even a black one, but it's going to be all the way above your knees. If you don't have a different band, that's fine. Use what you have. And I'm just going to tell you how to make it a little bit more challenging. All the way back on our back. We're just doing a glute bridge, but we're going to pause at the top, kind of like we did in our squat. And when we have a band on, we just want to see if we can engage the muscles of the glutes and the outer thigh a little bit more by just creating tension on the band, which just means you're just pushing on it a little. So we'll bridge, squeeze, and then we'll lower down. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and we go. Bridge it up, hold, and down. Now, upper body should stay on the ground. If your thoracic spine, the middle of your back, your upper back is coming up off the mat, I want you to keep your your hips low. People often feel, I think, like a glute bridge is supposed to be really high. You start with your tailbone down. Tuck your tailbone a little, roll your pelvis in, and think one vertebrae at a time lifts, and then we reverse one vertebrae at a time, rolls back down. So we're gonna like pull it up, tuck it, squeeze, and then reverse it back down. So yeah, that's much better, Alan. Like you should have a straight line, and you should be able to see your knees when you come up in the top of the bridge. Go ahead and relax. If I bridge too high, I cannot see my knees, and my low back is arched. So it should be here, and it's a straight line. All right, we're gonna do 2 more of those to finish. Time to come back to standing. Very normal. In fact, it's one of those things that when I see like stock images online, I get like so irritated because there's always ladies doing planks. You're not gonna see this because of this tank top, but there's always ladies doing planks with like their hips down like this, and there's always people bridging with this big arch, and it makes me crazy. All right, we're going back into that crisscross jack, high or low impact, your choice. 40 seconds on the clock, ready, and you go. So maybe we're here, maybe we're here. Your choice, but keep it moving. We want to get the heart rate up. We want to go fast and quick. That is our goal right now. So higher heart rate, pump more blood, get your lungs going, get your heart going. That's the goal here. That's it. And to have fun with it, smile. You know, body needs to move quickly sometimes. It's good for us. It's good for us to go, woo. All right. Lungs got a little challenge here. 15 seconds. Get that lung capacity going. You're almost there. We have 10. Go, go, go. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish. Nice. Okay. So think about your bridge. When you come up, see how low that is. That upper body stays on the ground. Band is going to go above the knees. Find a little tension, so just give it a push, just a little push through those knees. And then think about like you roll it and tuck it up. All right, ready? And you go. Tuck and squeeze. You're going to lower it all the way back down. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Nice, Alex. So we still want to have this rib to hip position, just like we would in a squat. Like here's the top of my squat. If I didn't have lower legs and I didn't have the upper part of my torso, we're in a nice straight flat line. It can be tricky to get a feel for that. So just work on pulling up through your belly button, 15 seconds, but not thinking about getting the hips so high. You need a good tight squeeze at the top. Slow pause, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We have 5, 4, 3, last one, finish it. All the way down, nice work. One more set. So we literally got just over a minute and a half, and then we're ready for stretch. You guys are doing awesome work today. Really great. Last set of crisscross in 4, 3, ready, you go. Cross it up. Arms up high. So let's keep those arms straight up, parallel to the ground. Maybe we want to go faster. Doesn't have to be high impact. It's our last time through. Last little heart rate for today. Woo, you got it. So halfway done. How much do you have left? What can we kind of pull out so that you go into your day feeling energized, not drained? 15 seconds. Almost there. Last 10. Get it, get it, get it. You guys are great. Here is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last set of bridges. If you don't have a band, and I know it's the third set, and I should have said this earlier, you would just do this without a band. That's my bad. Sometimes I forget. All right. Legs all the way back, weight in the heels. Just a little tension on your band, just a little push out. So right from here, tuck your tailbone so that that low back is super flat. And then if I'm in this rib hip position, you can even place your hands here and feel whether or not you're maintaining that as you go into your bridge. All right, 3, 2, here we go. I encourage that. You want to place your hands. Find that rib hip so that when you're flat, this is all tight. And then can we maintain that as we go up into that bridge with that little at the top? It's very easy for us to kind of default by arching back down and tilting our tailbone or our pelvis into that anterior tilt. You got to pull it under just a little bit. Squeeze. Lower. You got it. We have 10 seconds here. squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, one more. 3, 2, 1. All right, slide your band off if you're using one. Stay down there on the ground. We're gonna go right into our stretch. And so from here, laying all the way back flat, we'll cross over the opposite knee. Draw that in, go into that figure 4 and hold. Stretching is our way of bringing our system back down, kind of opening up some of the tension we created with our exercise. So just kind of going, all right, let's set that body back a little bit down to where we started from. Hopefully a little bit looser, a little bit warmer, a little bit happier, more energized. Go ahead and switch sides. So we're going to take that opposite leg over, figure 4 and hold. And breathe. So that's the other thing we want to do here is breathe. Nice and deep. Inhale, exhale. Really trying to tell the system, like, you're good. Calm back down. Everything's fine. Nice and easy. A lot of glute work today. So from here, we're going to roll it up to seated. One foot over the opposite knee, hug that knee in and twist. So that's Mondays. You know, Mondays will look like that. There are things that I change a little bit week to week for variety, but we'll still follow that strength 1 pattern on Mondays. Wednesday looks a lot like strength 3. Strength 2. I played around with that one this week. Go ahead and switch sides to kind of make it different because it was getting a little long as well. So if you like strength 2 and you're coming on Wednesday, some new different fun stuff for that particular workout. Friday looks a lot like strength 3, one of my favorites definitely of the week. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, circuits. Okay, come to standing. Now again, that doesn't mean you should overthink about what days you come. Reach it forward. But just know there's a little bit of an, what the formatting is, and then if you're here 2 days in a row, it will work out great. And if you like a particular strength, 1, 2, or 3, now you know which day to attend. And then we'll take those arms back, roll the shoulders back, chin up, chest up. And who knows? I've been looking at ways here in person for us to be able to have a better stagger of workouts, so that if you are here 2 days in a row, it's not the same strength workout. Right arm across. Had a whole plan put together that it's going to be amazing if certain things all come to fruition the way they were supposed to. So hopefully that will be the case. It'll allow you guys to get a little bit more cardio and circuit style stuff in when you're here with us in person, switch sides, without having to lose any of our strength workouts off of the calendar. We have big plans. We have really big plans for this summer and this year. We still have those big plans. They're just a little delayed. So we're going to come hands to the thighs, push that butt back, slide it down, pull your shoulder blades together. We're looking down at the floor. And I always like to stop first at kind of parallel our deadlift flat back, so we can really feel the back of the leg stretching. And then once that feels good, and we got some opening there, then maybe taking the hands closer to the ground to get our low back a little bit more. Whatever feels good. Stretching should feel good, never forced, never super uncomfortable. Round it in and all the way up, and then shoulders come up by the ears and back. 3 times, 2, 3, last one. And then we'll take a big deep breath in, inhale and reach. We'll exhale and blow out. And then we'll do one more big deep breath, inhale and reach. Exhale through the mouth. Good work, guys. Give it up. Let me turn this recording off and say goodbye to everyone who's here live. Thank you for being